This video is sponsored by GOOLOO. Welcome back to doing the same thing and expecting different results, except the new thing is twice as expensive and 3 times as fast as last time. I bought my new to me Tesla Model S Plaid with 75,000 miles, and it's survived every single mile without its beautiful Tempest wheel kissing a single curb. Did he actually curb the front wheel? I don't think this was there before.
What did he do? Oh my gosh.
How did he curve it? I thought a BMW M4 driver would not curve a Tesla. First damage on my first trip.
What the flip?
Of course. Does he have, I guess he has a dog. It's covered in fur. SMH. David. Well, it was a good run. And so it begins. Okay, viewers, I know there's going to be a lot of opinions over whether I do or don't charge for this curb rash right here. Would you charge for it, Ethan?
I would charge for it. As a good Christian boy, I hold people responsible for their faults. Oh yeah, it was in freaking chill mode. I was trying to pass someone, and I was chill. Like, why won't it go? It won't go. And then I
rented a Model S Plaid to put it in chill mode. That's incredible.
He probably put it in Plaid mode and like flipped out.
I got
put it back in chill.
Because it's quicker than his M4.
True.
I wonder if, let's see if he changed any other settings. I'm actually curious. Because that was a fault of mine last time, is people would change the settings and then the next guest has like funky settings. Okay, here we go. That's a start. He turned off lane departure avoidance. I usually keep it on warning. So now it's back in Plaid. You put it in Plaid. So there's 2 locations that this guy went to. One was his house and the second was skydiving. And we looked at, yeah, it's an airport. He took the Model S Plaid, well, he didn't skydive with the car, but...
He literally just went to an airport.
I don't know, it's just like mildly interesting. Rents a Model S Plaid, goes skydiving, and then drops the car off.
Yeah, that's the plane. That one right there.
Anyway. Boop. And yeah, I think everything else is fine. What the flip? What the flip? Why is my house going pee-pee? The whole house. He got so much pee-pee in him and it just doesn't stop. It's been going for hours and he's still pee-peeing. And then the tire went flat. Not related to the rim or the fault of the guest, it's just while I was driving home, I ran over a screw. No problem, I got my handy dandy tire inflator to temporarily fill it long enough to get home, and my old tire inflator caught on fire. But God bless GOOLOO for sponsoring this video with the GT160, their completely wireless dual tire inflator that offers 45 minutes of continuous inflation capable of inflating 107 balls. Thanks to its 10,000 milliamp hour battery. That's 19 bicycle tires, 16 motorcycle tires, or 5 car tires on a single charge. It's small, it's light, and I don't know if this was on purpose, but it literally fits in my cup holder. The fact it's so portable makes it way better for emergency situations when I don't have an outlet without having to use a manual pump, because I'm lazy. It's also way easier than having to bring my lawnmower to an outlet or into the garage or next to a car to use the little cigarette lighter outlet thingy to fill up its tires. I just bring the pump to the mower. Wow, innovation. With a PSI range of 4 to 160 PSI, it can be used to quickly fill up just about anything. That's right, you can fill up anything. It's got a bright LED display with presets that you can adjust as you please, and dual cylinders means it inflates 4 times faster than other pumps. We got that hyperinflation up in here, bringing your Tesla's tires from 28 to 33 PSI in less than a minute. GOOLOO's GT160 can operate from -4 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit and charges with a regular USB-C cable. But it doesn't just inflate. This bad boy doubles as a massive power bank to charge any device that uses a regular USB cable, as well as having a built-in flashlight. It comes with 5 adapters and a storage bag, so if you ride anything with wheels, consider being prepared at all times, be it for regular maintenance and fill-ups or emergency inflation. with GOOLOO's long-lasting battery, safety-first features, and handy extras like its power bank, LED light, and SOS mode. This baby's a game changer, and its foolproof design makes it a top choice for drivers, cyclists, and adventurers who demand performance and reliability. It's backed by an 18-month warranty, and I'll be keeping this in the car, which is especially useful considering Teslas and many other new cars don't come with spare tires. So if anyone else runs over a screw, it's more likely you can at least make it to a tire shop without needing to get your entire car towed. Slow leaks and flat tires are by far the most common issue I deal with my cars, considering there's not really any other maintenance. So keeping a wireless electric inflator on me is about as handy as the mobile car charger itself. If you're realizing you need one in your car, because you do, you can get 8% off with my exclusive discount code GOHERPINGGOOLOO. Wow, what a beautiful word that is. Which is valid until September 30th of this year. You can find it linked in the description. Thank you to GOOLOO for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to it. My very first guest in my new Tesla paid $74 a day. I know, it's not much. Hopefully we can get that price up once I get back to All-Star Host. He rented it for 3 days, plus a $60 delivery fee, minus a 10% 3-day trip discount, minus 25% in Turo fees, which includes the commercial coverage for a grand total, paid to me, of $203. Turo takes that 25% because I'm on the 75 protection plan, which unfortunately does not cover exterior damage under 3 inches in diameter, which means bad news for me, good news for him. Because I'm on the 75 plan, I can't report damage under 3 inches, specifically scratches under 3 inches on the rims. And because this is, what, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, I literally can't do anything about this. So it feels a little different on this car because I want to keep this car. I don't want this car to crash. Like, a big reason I got this car specifically is this is my dream car, and it hurts a little bit more when I see damage on the car that ideally I could pay off and just keep for myself while being subsidized by Turo. Is it better than it getting totaled? I guess a little scratchy on the... It's just, these rims are just so beautiful. Like, okay, the cover's whatever, but look at that. That is, I love these. They look so good. It's dirty right now. You got a lot of brake dust on them, but they're so pretty. And now they got that. How sad. Everyone's like, oh, Teslas are curb magnets. Look, this car has 80,000 miles on it. It has not been curbed. Oh wait, is that more curb rash? Oh my god. There's more curb rash. My neighbor's yelling at his dog. He's very angry at Mimi the dog. What the hell is this? Look at this. Why can't people drive cars? This is crazy. Chat, this is crazy, chat. I mean, hey, other than that, the car's fine. I made $200 on this trip. Wow. That kind of sucks ass for a freaking Model S Plaid. It's like, yeah, for a Model 3, whatever, cool, 200 bucks. That's like half the payment. This car cost $922 a month plus so this trip covered the insurance for the month. But when you account for the curb rash damage, which is like $150 to fix, it's a bit of a loss. But that's okay. It's okay. We're early on in this. We knew there'd be damage. None of this is new. We've seen all this with the blue Tesla. I didn't expect it to be untouched. I did, however, expect the wealthy BMW driver to treat the car better than the average renter. I thought he would actually have no problems. But hey, my car's back in one piece. It survived its first ever Turo trip. Woohoo! And now there's no more rentals for who knows how long. There's nothing else on the calendar. We just have to sit and go back to waiting. Look at those rims. Those are nice. And scratched. Nice and scratched. Oh yeah. Look at this. Look at this unscratched rim. Wow. Incredible. It's almost like you just don't run into things. I cannot bill him for the damaged rim. I just got a cope, seethe, and that's it. Yeah, cope and seethe. While we drove over 60 miles to deliver it to his home, which was located far out of the city, he asked if he could just drop my car off at the repair shop his BMW was at, which is why he was renting my car in the first place, which was much closer to where I'm located. So this worked out perfectly and saved us both a lot of effort, though he was paranoid that I was going to bill him for improperly returning the car, which I didn't, and he gave me 5 stars. Aside from some dog fur that seemed to have come off of his clothing and his bags, he was a perfectly fine guest, minus the wheel damage, and I gave him 5 stars as well.
Here's something else a lot of people ask about, which is what people are allowed to charge to. He set the charge limit to 100%, which is technically bad for the battery, and I can't really do anything about that. Ideally, you don't charge to 100, but yeah, he reset it, so I need to change it now. You just can't be too nitpicky with the old Turo folks. They do what they want with your car. Just gotta add it into potential costs and depreciation.
But then my next trip rolled in, and it took a while to get this trip. In fact, I decided to drastically lower my trip standards in an effort to re-achieve all-star host status and at least make a few bucks in the meantime, because nobody was showing interest in my car. I lowered the minimum trip duration from 3 days to just 1 day with free airport delivery, as well as some heftier discounts, which got us this beautiful trip paying out just $43. It had to be delivered to the airport and picked up from the airport, all within less than 24 hours. Hi, also, will it be in the airport parking deck? I won't have to pay to take it out of there, will I? That's right. This guest messaged me after he booked a Model S Plaid, the most powerful and expensive Tesla, for $50 and was worried he'd have to pay for parking. Yes, it's $5 to exit airport parking. Okay, thanks. Hi, I wanted to ask about the miles. Was it 200 miles? I see 150 now. It was never 200 miles. And can I buy maybe like extra 100 miles? I have to go to my kid's school. It's about 79 miles there and 79 back. I drive a Tesla Model S 2. Mine's 2018. I get free supercharger for life. I was informing you I'm familiar with Teslas. I will land airport about 6:59 p.m. 20th. Not sure where to go for pickup though, thanks. Hey, the mileage didn't change, but you can exceed the limit if necessary. Turo will bill you at the end of the trip for extra distance. I believe it's about 41 cents per mile after the included mileage. I'll send you the exact parking spot location shortly before your trip. So it sounds like he needs to drive about 158 at minimum miles. So an extra 8 miles would cost just $3 extra. But he responded and said, hi, I was trying to add extras and get the unlimited mileage, but kept saying request failed. I would like to get the unlimited mileage, please. So you can pay extra for just this, as many miles as you want to drive. However, unlimited mileage costs an additional $75 a day, which I can set at any price I want, and this guest wanted to add that onto his trip. Now, $75 is equivalent to about 180 additional miles, and he said he only needed 100 extra miles, which means if you did the math, it would have been much cheaper to just rent at 150 and then pay for the extra, instead of paying for unlimited mileage. It was a better deal to just keep the trip he had. This might sound crazy, but I just have a very slight feeling that he did not do the math. So after he sent this message at 2:45 p.m., I decided to make a couple changes to my Turo listing. The first being re-increase my minimum trip duration from 1 day to 2 days. And so a couple hours later, when this guest canceled his trip, he could not rebook the car because his trip no longer qualified. He sent a message saying, need unlimited mileage, and that's it. I didn't respond. I mean, from the get-go, when I saw this trip, I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. It's $43. I'm going to have to show my YouTube viewers this, and they're all going to be like, Alex, what the flip are you doing? And I was going to have to somehow justify it. Which, okay, there were some benefits to doing this trip. Mostly being that any 5 stars I can get will more quickly get me back to all-star host, because I currently do not qualify thanks to this old, really annoying couple that I rented my last car to. They did not give me a 5-star rating because they simply didn't know how Teslas worked, and because of that, I need to basically increase my average rating, and if this guy liked the car and gave me 5 stars, at least that gets me closer to it. But I admittedly was not thrilled to break up my workday so I could go deliver a car for $43. And I cannot personally cancel trips on guests. I do have to fulfill every trip unless there's something out of my control, like the car being crashed by the previous guest, in which case Turo will just cancel all the future rentals. But in this case, I had no way to get out of it unless the guest decided to cancel the trip, which is exactly what he did. And it does seem like he planned on rebooking the vehicle with his updated preferences, that being adding the unlimited mileage extra, but he could not because changed the standards after he had already booked his first trip, but before he booked his second trip. And then I got another booking. Free delivery to the airport, and on paper it only looks like a one-day trip, the 16th to the 17th, but because it goes over 24 hours, it's technically a 2-day rental. He paid $65 a day. He paid an extra 10% for last-minute boost pricing, which I don't really know what that is, but okay, $6. Hey, that's a Frappuccino, I don't know. So the payout to me was going to be about $100, which still isn't incredible, especially considering this car costs $922 a month just for the car note, plus $200 in insurance. So this one trip isn't even covering 10% of the monthly cost of this vehicle, but hey, $100 is $100. I gotta deliver it to the airport. But first, I got an Amazon package. This is not a sponsor, this is just a regular product I purchased. That being an aftermarket GPS system. This plugs into the OBD2 reader of the vehicle, which allows me to, in real time, receive updates about how the car is being driven. So yes, I can track the car using the built-in Tesla GPS, which shows me where it is, but I figured for a vehicle with over 1,000 horsepower and a top speed of nearly 200 miles an hour, I'd be curious to see exactly where it's going and how it's being driven.
It comes out this way, sort of, so you have to like pull the cable to the side, and then it'll slide out. Yes. Cool.
I've seen various GPSs like this online. For example, another YouTuber who caught his vehicle being raced on a track because there was just a bunch of lines around a racetrack. But you can also set up custom alerts. And I already know a lot of viewers are going to hate this because they don't like that I quote unquote stalk my guests by having GPS access, but that's just part of the rental experience. So with Ethan's help, we kind of hid it in the vehicle so it can't be easily removed, and I set up alerts. So now we can set up a leaderboard and see which Turo guests take this car the quickest. The next day, I hit the airport once again, picked up, and no problems. There was a little bit of mud in the back seats, but that's no biggie. We got a lot of rain, so I can't blame him for that too much. However, he did not charge the car, which works out for me, so I billed him $25 for that. However, like we saw with the previous guest, you do have to pay to get out of this airport parking lot. It's $5 per hour, and so he paid $5 to get it out, but he dropped the car off 2 hours early, which I was not anticipating, which means that for me to get it out, I had to pay $10 in parking. So he paid $25 for the charging inconvenience, I paid $10 in parking, which means my total profit-ish from this trip was about $120. And so the Turo adventures continue. I've got trips booked, and we will have to see what's to come. Let's all say a little prayer that it continues to survive and increases in daily revenue. And once again, if you would like to GOOLOO it up with the GOOLOO T1, with the GOOLOO G1, with the hyperinflation, it's linked in the description. Get 8% off by using the link in the description and coupon code GOHERPINGGOOLOO. Thanks for watching.